Hey there, welcome back. This week we're talking about signs, sacred signs, or signs from your soul, or as I like to call it, signs from the universe. You can use whatever word you want. But the truth is that we're all getting signs all the time. I grew up though not knowing this. I grew up thinking, being programmed that hard work is the only way to get ahead. Work, 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 and striving is the way to succeed. And I spent much of my time in that place. But the last 6 weeks have been some of the most powerful and magical moments of my life. Magic in the sense that I haven't worked really at all in the traditional sense. The work that I've done has been sitting back and listening to signs from the universe, signs for me about my path. And it has blown my mind, and it's going to blow your mind. Before I get into all that though, I want to remind you to just click subscribe below so that you can hear more tips and tricks going forward and hear about this journey. And I want to continue to hear your comments back. So just click below. So I want to start with what are signs, because I didn't know, even up until a couple of years ago, that I was receiving signs and that everyone receives signs all the time, continuously. I read a book by Simran Singh about signs, and like her, I had been receiving this sign 1111 since I was a child. And I had no idea that 1111 is the sign of the universe. I didn't know until a year or two ago. And this has been one of really just in the last couple of years where I've opened up and listened to the possibility that there's a channel, a frequency that I've been ignoring. And it's caused a lot of stress and struggle and striving in my life, in my business, in my relationships. And the truth is that that's not necessary. It's really not necessary. Signs are, you can call them anything you want. They're pointers. They're energetic pointers, and they can come in any form or fashion. They can come from your dog. They can come from your best friend. The thing that I want to leave you with, if there's one thing I want you to take away today, is that signs are going on all the time, and all you have to do is dial into that frequency, is just open up to receiving. So for me, I have been playing with this, like I said, for a year or two, starting with, well, I don't know exactly when it started, but opening up to little things, hearing, and I'll be honest with you, hearing advice. And there was a time when I was asking for advice, and the way I was asking my questions it was very confusing. I didn't know how to interpret signs. So I would feel like I got a sign, but I didn't know what it meant. And so I've honed that process. So here's the thing. I just want to reiterate. Signs are energetic pointers to our biggest life, your desires, whatever it is you want to create. And honestly, for me, and also I want to invite for you to create beyond your dreams. Because like I said, this new adventure that I'm on, this new business that I've created just in the last couple of months, less than 2 months, is beyond what I've ever dreamed of. It was nowhere near on my life map. And so what's in it for you, what's in it for me, from a tangible standpoint, I really want to share with you that this new business opportunity has already grown 10 times what it was just 6 weeks ago. And I talked to my business coach, and he said, by the end of the year, it will be at 50x. That's the projection. And next year, it could be 100x. And so I say that not because it's all about financial or monetary reward, but because that is a tangible measurement, right? That wasn't my intention. My intention was really just to be open to signs. So some of the signs that I want to share with you for this particular business have been things like A friend texted me. I asked, is this the path I'm supposed to be on? Am I supposed to move forward in this new opportunity? I wasn't even calling it a business at that time. And a friend texted me not 1, 2, 3, 5 pictures within 30 minutes of, a sacred sign that it has special significance for me out of the blue. And when I asked, when did you see these pictures? He said, all in the last 30 minutes. He said, and you're not going to believe this, but I've seen 12 more of these signs that I couldn't even capture pictures of. They've come so quickly. This is the power of opening up to receptivity, to seeing signs. That's just one of the signs. And, if you're skeptical like me, which I was, and I'm not going to say am anymore, I said, well, that could have kind of been coincidence. And then the next day I asked for another sign, and a sign came in the form of an internet search. I asked for another sign because I was afraid to move forward, because this, again, was not on my life map, and I was really trying to resist this. And it came in the form of someone speaking something out to me that was crazy. It would take so much time to explain the entire story. Irrefutable proof that, for me, that signs are always out there. They're always available if we just stop and listen. So that's what I really want to encourage you to do, is to just stop and listen. Ask for a sign, and your ask needs to be clear. Whereas before I was sort of asking like, well, tell me what to do, universe. Now my questions are more specific and targeted. Like, for example, the one I shared with you, I said, if this is the path X, please send me a sign. And I've even said, send me a sign that's so clear that even I cannot argue with this. And I've received that again and again and again in the last 6 weeks with this new business that, was nowhere near my life plan. And so I am a believer, and I want to encourage you to play with this, to sit back, ask the universe something, ask for a sacred sign from the divine, or however you want to phrase that. That isn't what matters. What matters is that you ask and you sit back and you be open to receiving. And it's okay to be skeptical. Really, I want to invite play into this, because really, what do you have to lose? So that's my challenge for you this week, is to find something that you want advice on or guidance, and ask for a sign. Listen, open up, be receptive, and then reflect on it, interpret it, talk to somebody else, and somebody who's open to these ideas, and encourage them to ask for their own signs. I am really looking forward to hearing how this goes and how you play with the signs. And I will see you back here next week. Take care. Bye now.